Mm. Oh, hello, everyone. It is like, wow, so beautiful today, and hard to believe that we're on the home stretch to the end of February, and it is snowing. And woke up to snow this morning. So it's been interesting and fun. And last night I treated myself to a late night walk in the snow while the snow was falling, and just enjoyed that connection with God and spirit in those moments, and just really got to be present with myself and with nature. So we have definitely been on a journey. I have been absolutely thrilled to be reading people's shares and comments in the group around what you're learning about your relationship with God and what it looked like as a child and how you felt and when you first realized um, that there was like a God or something bigger than you. And so today we're going to focus on those fun-filled teenage years and what you may have learned or felt, and kind of what happened for you during those years. So it's a period of time where we don't hear very much around Jesus's life, like what happened for Jesus between the ages of 12 and 30. We find out just at that preteen stage, he's in the temple and his parents can't find him and they're worried about him, but he's in there asking questions and talking and sharing his thoughts and ideas, and they're listening, and that's where his parents find him, is in the temple. And from there until he starts his ministry, there's this gap that we don't know much about. So let's just and sometimes in our own lives, those years starting at 12 are a bit of a gap. So why don't we just take a moment and we'll do some journaling and writing. So go ahead and make sure that you have your journal with you, a pen or paper, some kind of writing utensil, and then maybe something to drink. So and when you're ready, go ahead and close or lower your eyes. And we're going to take a few moments to get really present in our bodies and just get to this moment and just be in this moment in time. So I invite you to take 3 deep breaths with me, starting from empty. Breathing in, letting it go with a sigh. And again. And as you breathe in, I encourage you to just relax your belly and allow your belly to expand. Take a big breath in and let it out with a sigh. Let's take a moment to just take an inventory of our bodies, where we're at in this moment. What areas are feeling tight? And then either, massaging. For me, it seems to be always in the shoulder area. So sometimes it helps for me to tighten them and then roll them back and relax them, or up and down, or maybe, maybe it's another area and you just need to kind of pat it, or just, help wake yourself up. Be aware of any places where you've got a little bit of pain or tension going, and just breathe a little love into those areas and relax them as best you can, doing your best not to have any judgment around it. Knowing that we're going to explore the teenage years can produce some tension for us, so just as much as you can, relax into it. You're completely safe. You're past that time. For most of us anyway. And allow your breath to just return to a rhythm that feels natural to you. And you're invited to as thoughts come through your head, just allow them to flow in and flow out like the waves of the ocean, leaving behind anything that has come before, anything that may have happened earlier today or yesterday, or even farther back, leaving that behind for the moment. And anything that you have to do today, leaving that behind, knowing that when this time together is complete, you have the opportunity and the choice to pick those up if you want to, or to continue to leave them. It's up to you. And as much as possible, just be fully present in this moment. Imagine yourself in a place where you feel completely safe. You feel completely at ease. Maybe it's a special room in your house. Maybe it's a place out in nature. But imagine this place where you are completely surrounded by love and light, and you feel totally and completely safe. And engage all of your senses in being present in this place in your mind's eye. What does it look like? What are you seeing? Are there trees? Is there water? Is there, what is it you're seeing around you? The sky, what's it look like? What do the walls look like if it's a special room? Take a moment and look around this place that you've chosen and notice as much as you can notice. Pay particular attention to the different shades of color. Engage your sight, your hearing. What do you hear? Are there any particular smells? As strange as it may sound, are there any tastes? Sometimes when we smell something, there's a particular taste that comes into our mouth. So just notice, what do you feel? Is there a light breeze blowing? Is it warm? Is it cold? Notice how it feels. Go ahead and get comfortable in this place. Sitting, standing, whatever would feel comfortable to you. And let's take a little journey back in time. Take a moment to remember when you were 12. What was it like for you then? 12, 13, 14, those beginning of those middle school years. You would have been entering or been in probably sixth grade, 6th or 7th grade. What was it like? How did you feel? What was your relationship with God like? Were you forced to go to church? Did you not have to go to church? Was church not even part of your family? Did you have a choice? And if you went to church, what was that experience like for you? So let's just stay with the middle school years right now, the time 6th to 8th grade. Let's just stay with those early teen years. What was your relationship with God like during that time? Do you remember feeling close to your parents' beliefs? Do you remember rebelling against your parents' beliefs? Do you remember, like struggling with inside yourself? Was God not even a part of your reality at the time because just getting through middle school was enough? Did you have a confirmation class? Were you someone that did you get the opportunity to explore other religions or other faith traditions? What maybe did you explore on your own? Did you need to let everyone know you didn't even believe in God in order to try to figure out what you did believe in? So take a few moments to ponder those questions. So we're looking at just your early middle school years, or just your middle school years, your early teen years. And when you're ready, just open your eyes and open your journal and just start writing. So just start writing what is coming up for you around your relationship with God, and I will come and get you in about 5 minutes. We've got just about another minute to finish up what you were, finish up your thought. Okay. So I invite you to just put your pen or pencil down, knowing that you can come back and write more as you need, and just drop back in to the place of you're in 8th grade and you're graduating till 9th grade. And take a look at what your relationship with God was between 9th grade and 12th grade, the time you graduated. Roughly, 15 to 18 or 19. What was your relationship with God like during those high school years? Were those years awkward for you? Did you feel more confident in yourself? Did your relationship with God feel really secure, or was it not? Was it based on what your friends were doing? Did you have a group of friends that were really involved at the church, and so that's why you were involved? Or did you have a group of friends doing other things, and so that's what you were involved in, rather than church? Were you confirmed during these years, or were you baptized, depending on the type of church you were going to? Did your concept of God shift and change? What was the same as your parents? What was different? Was it a continuation of middle school, or was there a shift for you somewhere between middle school and high school? Did you make your spiritual beliefs and your relationship with God your own? Or was it just an extension or a continued extension of your your parents' relationship with God that was just handed down, or you defaulted into? Did you have any aspirations during your teenage years for the ministry? Did you think you might go into missionary work or into the clergy? How did that shape you? Were you someone who spent a lot of time with activities and sports and maybe being out in nature? Did that influence your relationship with God? Were there any adults in your life that made a difference during this time, that influenced or shaped the way you saw God? Did your image of God shift or change during this time? As you ponder these questions, when you are ready, pick up your pen again and start writing. And I will come and get you in about 5 minutes. So you have just about another minute or so. All right, I invite you to put your pen or pencil down, knowing that you can come back and write more if you so choose. And just close your eyes again and come back to this safe place. And just continue to breathe deeply. And as you look at your teenage years, how they have shaped you, how they informed your relationship with God, how they helped you develop an independence around that, around your relationship with God, how they may have shaped your spiritual walk, either positively or not so positively, or whether God was even on your radar. As you reflect on those years, be gentle with yourself. knowing that this is a part of your history, a very valuable part of your history. It is part of what has made you who you are. It is a time that has shaped who you are. It is a time that shaped your beliefs. It is often the first time for many of us that we unplug or pull away from the beliefs of our parents. And so whatever came up for you, just know that it's right and perfect because it was what fed into you being you today. So no matter how easy or hard it was exactly what it was exactly what it needed to be for your growth. Feel once again the safety of this beautiful place that you chose to be in for this time together. Listen once again to the sounds. Look around you. See if you notice anything different than what you saw before. See if you hear any different sounds, if there's any different smells or tastes, or if there's anything that you feel differently. Is there a breeze where there wasn't one? Is it raining or snowing or sunny? Do you feel warm or cold? And as much as you can, imagine you and your beautiful teenage self being enfolded in a bubble of God's love and grace. And allow as much as you can God's love to come into you, to be a part of you, to know that at any moment God is available to you, just a breath away. And no matter what your teenager went through, they are amazing because they made you who you are today. And God was with them, whether they knew it or not, just as God is with you in this moment. And as you're ready, start wiggling your fingers and toes and come back into your body, or come back to this time. And open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me as we explored those fun-filled teenage years. I hope that you discovered something wonderful and magical about that time of your life. And I look forward to hearing and seeing the shares and finding out, learning a little more about each one of you. So have a lovely day. Enjoy some of this beautiful snow as far as the beauty of it, and stay safe. Blessings.